Sandra had always known that she was different. As a child, she had particular dreams that often seemed to come true, but it wasn't until her teenage years that she discovered the true extent of her unusual ability. If she thought about someone for an entire week, that person would meet a tragic end when that week was over. This gift, or curse as she often saw it, wedged heavily on Sandra's heart. She had learned about her ability the hard way when, at the age of 16, she had thought about her favorite cousin David for an entire week. On the 8th day, she received the devastating news that David had been in a car accident and had not survived. The guilt and sorrow that consumed her were overwhelming. After that painful experience, Sandra made a cautious effort to suppress her thoughts and emotions, fearing the consequences of her ability. She withdrew from friends and family, becoming increasingly isolated to protect those around her. She decided to live a solitary life far away from everyone who might inadvertently become the subject of her thoughts. For years, Sandra lived in seclusion, her only companions being the books she devoured to occupy her mind. She became a recluse, avoiding any emotional connections that might temper her to think about someone of any extent, period. One day, as she was walking throughout the woods near her remote cabin, Sandra stumbled upon a wounded bird. It was a delicate creature with a broken wing, and its eyes met hers with a appeal for help. Sandra couldn't resist the urge to care for it. As she nurtured the injured bird back to health, Sandra found herself thinking about it day in and day out. She worried about his recovery, its well-being, and its eventual release back into the wild. Days turned into a week, and Sandra's heart was filled with compassion and concern for the fragile creature. On the 7th day, as she held the now healed bird in her hands, Sandra was struck by a sense of dread. She realized that she had been thinking about the bird for an entire week. In her anguish, she knew what was about to happen. True to her ability, on the 8th day, the bird unexpectedly died in her hands. Tears filled Sandra's eyes as she felt the crushing weight of her gift once more. She had thought that she could protect herself and others by living a solitary life, but even the smallest, most unintentional connection had brought about tragedy. Sandra continued to live alone forever, haunted by her unique ability. She had learned that her gift was a double-edged sword, a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the power of her thoughts. And though she wished she could escape the burden of her ability, she knew that she would carry it with her until the end of her days. This was Sandra Pink's true story. Thank you all for listening. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more videos like this. And I'll see you around the broom somewhere. Love you all. This video is dedicated to everyone that I predicted their passing. So sorry, really did not want to do this. It's just, I would like you to know that I love you from the bottom of my heart.